Hello, mysterious person behind the screen, and welcome to part 3 of this mini-series of collection updates, this time focusing on action figures and collectibles. Now, I've kind of put off doing this one a little bit, not because it's going to take ages or anything like that, but because my room is in the process of being completely gutted. Which means my collection is in the process of being completely gutted. So my collection is pretty much going to be rebuilt from the ground up, and so much of it is going to go into storage. And the process has already begun. Now, I'm not getting rid of anything major or anything, it's just being packed away so that the work can be done on the room, and then, you know, once that's done and the new shelves are in, everything will go back up. But as it stands at the moment, the whole room's in a bit of a state, and the collection, some of it's in boxes, some of it isn't, and it's all a bit of a mess. So doing this video, fitting it in, has been a little bit of a nightmare. But we're finally getting around to it, and this might end up being the last video in the room looking like this. It might be, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen with like my plans and stuff, but this very well could be the last video with the room looking how it has looked for the last sort of 6-7 years, which is kind of nuts and really weird. So before we get into action figures and collectibles proper, I wanted to just kind of mop up stuff that I've picked up since the first 2 parts went up on YouTube, and just talk about them a bit because they're really cool and they're right here. So I think to start, we should talk about this big bad boy here, who just arrived the other day. This is the Godzilla Showa era collection from Criterion, the Criterion collection. Hands down now one of the nicest box sets that I own. Look at the artwork on this thing. It is massive. It is a giant book that contains the first 15 Godzilla films in the Showa era, all in one set, and I've recently got into these films and I'm really enjoying watching them through. My friend Gav introduced me to them a few years ago. Before this box set I had seen Godzilla, the original, and Shin Godzilla, which is not in this set, it's a more recent one. But it's such a journey to go through these films, and it's a commitment, and I finally thought, okay, I'm going to pull the trigger on it, because I went down kind of a Godzilla rabbit hole recently online, and I thought, why not? It's finally time for me to watch these films proper, and I'm really enjoying it. Look at how cool this set is. Also, I saw Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and got this very, very cool light up popcorn bucket, which is awesome. It is so cool. It's so nice as well on the other side, like the embossing and everything is pretty incredible. It's just cool. Like it's you know, it's a cheap promotional tie-in thing, but look at it, it's awesome. And the film, Guardians 3 was excellent. It's by far the best thing Marvel has done in years. It is just incredible. Volume 2 is still my favourite, but I've seen Volume 3 3 times now, and each time it's just gotten better and better. It is a remarkable achievement. So tragic and cathartic all at once. It is, it's just incredible. But yeah, this is pretty cool. And then lastly, just quickly, the Superman sequels finally made their way to 4K with the Superman 5 film collection. This is the Steelbook edition. I think it is long sold out now. It's sold out quite quickly, and now it goes for silly money. But yeah, it's got all of the Christopher Reeve Superman films on Steelbook using their original poster art. You can see there was Superman 3, and the films look really great on 4K. There are some issues, unfortunately, with the set. Superman 4's audio is completely fucked up, and Superman 2 has a few little dodgy things with it. But for the most part, the films look better than they ever have, and it's just cool to have this lovely Steelbook set with the original posters, because they're all absolutely stunning. So yeah, the Superman 5 film collection on 4K. Right then, action figures and collectibles proper. Let's get into it. First thing I want to mention is this massive 18-inch Freddy's Revenge Freddy Krueger figure by the wonderful folks at NECA. You're going to see NECA again throughout this video. I love NECA figures so much. This is my first one that's this size, that's this massive. Freddy's Revenge has always had my favourite design of Freddy in the whole series. I just love the sunken in eyes and the whole look of it. It's my favourite look he's ever had. And so to have this figure in a giant form, I mean, he's massive. He is a lot bigger than I thought he would be, just looking at him in the box. He's got great articulation. You can get some real cool poses for him. Accessories, he came with an alternate glove, and you know, like the finger bone glove that you see in Nightmare on Elm Street 2, and an alternate head, and you can take his hat off and expose his brain, which is a lovely feature for the kids, isn't it? But yeah, I was so impressed with this. It is a stunning piece. It looks incredible on display, and yeah, as a Elm Street fan, come on. Oh, he's standing. He's playing. He's cooperating today. As an Elm Street fan, I couldn't be happier with it. I also finally delved into the world of Big Chief Studios and their Doctor Who line with the 4th Doctor, the 9th Doctor, and the 11th Doctor. So these 3 are from the Zavvi exclusive Big Chief reissues line. The 4th Doctor I got for my birthday, it was a 21st birthday gift, and the 9th Doctor and the 11th Doctor went on sale for 80 quid, which is an absolute steal for these things, what they usually go for. I could not believe it when they were selling them for that much, and it's just like, holy shit, yes please. So yeah, I'm really happy with them. They are definitely cheaper releases compared to like ordering directly from Big Chief themselves. Like, this line is definitely a more budget line, and you can see it just in little things in like the hands. If you want to pop the hands off properly, you're gonna have to put them in boiling water because they won't come off by themselves. It's really difficult. But overall, just looking at them, they look absolutely great on display. My favourite, oh man, it's difficult to pick a favourite. The Matt Smith one looks very like distinct on display in terms of his mannerisms, with the way the hands have been sculpted and everything. But they're all great. I think Christopher Eccleston has maybe had the best likeness of them. But you know, they're all fantastic. I've wanted to get in like the Big Chief Hot Toys kind of figures for years, and I've never really had a chance to. But the chance finally came, and I'm really happy with them, and would like to get more Doctors as well. So yeah, Big Chief Doctor Who figures. It's been an awfully long time since I've bought any Funko Pops. I just kind of went off them. I went through a phase where I was like buying Funko Pops of everything when I was younger, but I went off them a while after that. I just kind of felt they all looked the same, but I cannot pass up this opportunity when Pops of these came out and I finally tracked them down. We've got Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man and Doc Ock, both from No Way Home. Doc Ock, he's got the red Stark tentacles, which I could do without. I would love a Doc Ock, how he looks in Spider-Man 2, but ultimately it's an Alfred Molina Doc Ock. He looks, well, he did, before it all got taken down, look great on my Raimi trilogy display. And this guy, just look at him. I've wanted a Raimi Spider-Man pop for so long, just a new Raimi Spider-Man figure, and we finally got one because of the success of No Way Home and everything. And I mean, this is just surreal. I never thought this would happen. So I bought these two pretty much straight away when I saw them in the wild, and I couldn't be happy with them. They are very, very cool additions to my Raimi collection. Here we have this incredible, highly detailed bust of Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This thing looks awesome, and it's really heavy. It's a good weighty thing, but the detail on him is excellent. I don't know actually who made this. I just saw it at For the Love of Horror convention, and I thought, yes, yes please. And this thing looks great. It's really distinctive on display. I love the fact that it's got the title there. Yeah, it's just a great collector's piece, and I'm absolutely over the moon to have this in the collection. And likewise for the Lament Configuration from Hellraiser. Oh, what a piece this is. This looks fantastic on display. So again, this was For the Love of Horror last year, and we'll take it off the base for now, but you can see it there. And it's the puzzle box from Hellraiser. I mean, what more do you want? It looks great on that little display stand. It does come with these bits here, which are the chains, and you can see little bits of flesh sticking out there, which is, you know, lovely. It's what you want, isn't it? You can take these out and they all kind of fit in the holes in there. Almost wish you could close this, but it isn't. It's just a statue thing. But it's a very cool display piece. It looks great. And I mean, if you're going to own anything from Hellraiser, you're going to want the Lament Configuration. You're going to want the puzzle box. So yeah, I'm very, very happy with it. And these just set it off as well. They look great. And the detail in there and everything, it's just fantastic. I best not play with it too long though, because Pinhead and the other Cenobites might come and do unspeakable things to me. But yeah, we'll set that to the side for now, but it's a fantastic piece. I've been filling in some gaps in the Doctor Who figure collection, stuff that, you know, releases that I never got as a kid for whatever reason, just filling the gaps to make the shelf look a bit more complete. So I got a Series 4 Davros figure, a Pyrovile, which I can't believe I never had as a kid, a standard Sycorax figure, I only ever had the Sycorax Chief, and the 10th Doctor in his tuxedo, which came out a few years ago and I never bought for whatever reason. Not sure why, but now I have it and he looks great with Kylie Minogue in the little Voyage of the Damned display that I've got set up. And then, of course, Character released this, which is the Regeneration Set. This was an online exclusive. First of all, holy shit, look at the packaging on it. It is gorgeous. It's simple, but it's got the new logo there, or the old logo, should I say, but it is new. It's so shiny, it's all got a load of spot gloss on it. And I haven't taken these two out of the pack yet. So it's got the 13th Doctor in the kind of mishmash costume that the Master wore when he took over her body, and David Tennant as the 14th Doctor, our new Doctor, or our old Doctor. It's a very strange time for Doctor Who at the minute. But this is great. It's great to have a 14th Doctor figure before we've even seen the 14th Doctor in action. I know a lot of people didn't really like the head sculpt when it was first revealed, because it's clear that they've tried to age David Tennant up. They haven't just reused a 10th Doctor head. And it's not the best. Like, the forehead is very distinct. It somehow manages to look like both Ant and Dec combined into one. But when you have it in real life, in hand I should say, it looks a lot better. And the details on the coat and the jacket and everything, I really like the 14th Doctor's costume. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, it's great, and the Jodie figure's fantastic too. They've done a really great job on that. The reason I haven't taken them out yet is because the shelf is going to get dismantled and the figures are going to go into storage anyway, so I thought, well, there's no point taking these out of their box. They shall live in here until the figure collection gets rebuilt and placed elsewhere, and then they shall finally join their brothers and sisters on the shelf. But yeah, it's great to have, and to be honest, I'm almost tempted to keep it in its box full time, I guess, because it's just glorious packaging. But purely for the 14th Doctor figure, I've got to get him out. He's got to join the shelf with all the other Doctors. So but yeah, the new Doctor Who Regeneration Set. Circling all the way back to NECA again, I picked up quite a lot of NECA figures over the last year, I guess, couple of months, 6 months. So added to the horror shelf, we've got Annabelle from the Conjuring films, and Annabelle, and she looks really great. I really love the glass cabinet she comes in, and I of course was going to leave her in that because I mean it's a great display piece. And I've put Chucky on top there because Chucky and Annabelle, they're dolls and they're evil. They're going to have something in common, right? I've also picked up quite a lot of NECA movie figures, not just horror and movies in general. So I finally picked up a Doc Brown to go with my Biff and Marty, a RoboCop and a T-800 from the Terminator, and then also an E.T. because it's E.T. You gotta love E.T. and that figure's awesome. I wasn't really sure what to expect from that when I bought it, but it's awesome. It looks great. And I've also put there Jareth from Labyrinth, which is a McFarlane Toys. I've had that for years, but he kind of fits in with that whole aesthetic. And the McFarlane Toys release of the Crow, Brandon Lee, the Crow. It's an excellent figure. I picked it up a few months ago, and obviously that performance in that film is laced with a lot of melancholy and tragedy. But it's a great figure, and it's a great representation of a great film. And lastly, I just wanted to mention Marcel the Shell with shoes on, who now lives on my desk at work. He made a little cameo in the first part of this collection update series, but he lives on my desk at work now, and he is the cutest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life. It is a brilliant, accurate representation of Marcel from the film. And if you watch the second part of the series, you'll know how much I love the film. So, yeah, to have my own little Marcel is fantastic, and I love him. So there we go, that's this series of collection updates over and done with. I would like to say that I'd become a bit more regular with them now, but I said that last time, and we know what happened there. So, I will definitely try and do these a bit more regular, but who knows what will happen. I've still got some exciting plans for this channel for the rest of this year, including videos about the 10th anniversary of the whole channel in a couple of months, which is just absolutely insane. And of course, the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, because it's 2023, and that is going to be so cool. So look forward to all of that. Like, subscribe, comment. Comment below if you have any thoughts about what I've showcased in this video, or indeed the whole series. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care now.